Hey guys, it's Toby. That's right, I'm back and we are going to build a gaming PC for £350. Let's go! Alright, first off we have the AMD Ryzen 3 2200G. The 2200G is a quad-core APU. Now, an APU essentially means you got your processor and your graphics card all bundled into one. So essentially what you're getting here is a quad-core processor clocked at 3.5 GHz in addition to AMD's Radeon Vega 8 graphics. The Vega 8 graphics are integrated and they're capable of playing practically anything you throw at it. So when you're playing your favourite games such as Fortnite, League of Legends, Dota 2, Hearthstone, Overwatch, CSGO, Minecraft, anything really, the integrated Vega 8 graphics are going to give you at least 30 FPS and on some games maybe even a bit more and allow you to turn the settings up. The integrated Vega 8 graphics are capable of playing newly released titles just as much as it is older titles, so games such as Far Cry New Dawn and Anthem are going to run just as well on medium to low settings, and this essentially makes the Ryzen 3 2200G a no-brainer at this price point. Moving on to the motherboard, we're going to be using a Gigabyte B450M DS3H. The DS3H is a micro ATX motherboard, which means it's smaller than the standard ATX motherboards, but that doesn't mean we're limited in any way. It's got all the connections you'll expect, such as SATA 3 for all your hard drives and SSDs, USB 3.1 for all your peripherals, Gigabit Ethernet for super fast internet, but most importantly what this motherboard has is a HDMI out and a DVI out, both of which will make use of the 2200G's onboard graphics when you connect the PC to a TV or monitor. This motherboard also has support for M.2 SSDs as well as 2 PCI Express lanes for graphics cards, which is great if you're considering upgrading in the future, but what this motherboard also has is support for up to 4 sticks of DDR4 RAM. And coming onto the RAM, we're going to be using 8GB of Patriot Viper 4. The key thing to note here is that the RAM is clocked at 3000 MHz and that it is also dual channel. This is vital when we're using an APU because the APU essentially shares the system memory between the CPU and the integrated graphics. So the fact that it's dual channel is great, as well as the fact that it's clocked at 3000 MHz, which is above average, because when you're gaming it's going to be giving you about 5 to 10 FPS more performance compared to say using single channel RAM at a lower clock speed. Moving on to storage options, we're going to be using the 1TB Western Digital Blue. The 1TB Western Digital Blue was the go-to recommended hard drive in my previous videos, and it still is today. As you can see here, I bought this before and I'm using it right now, and the fact of the matter is you can't really go wrong here. 1TB should be more than enough for all of your games, music, videos, documents, you name it. If you need more storage, you can always get the 2TB variant, and it even comes in a 6TB variant now. Moving on to the SSD, we're going to be using a 120GB Crucial BX500. Previously, when building these budget PCs, I always recommended SSDs as optional extras, but in this day and age, they are absolutely necessary for quality of life. You can put your operating system and any games and programs that you use frequently on this and they will load in a matter of seconds. They also have various different storage sizes, but for this price point and for this build, 120GB should be fine. Coming on to the power supply, we're going to be using a Corsair VS450. The VS450 is a 450 watt 80 plus white certified power supply. What that means is you're going to get clean and efficient power, and it should not break down on you, and even if it does, you do have a 3-year warranty. The power supply is essentially the heart of a build, and cheaping out on this is not an option, so we're going to go with the VS450. And finally, coming onto the case, we're going to be using a Fractal Design Core 1100. Now, case options are kind of subjective, and I am going to include different alternatives to choose from. However, for now, the Fractal Design Core 1100 is a great choice due to the fact that it is micro ATX, it supports our motherboard in its entirety, it won't have any extra excess space. It's got support for a top mounted power supply, which is nice, and it also has support for front panel USB 3.0. So overall it is a very nice case for the build. And yeah, that's it guys, thanks for listening. Leave us a like if you like this video, leave us some feedback down below in the comments. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, as I do tend to respond as quickly as possible. Check out the links in the description below, especially the first one, as that is the link for the products mentioned in the video. And if you are thinking of buying anything, please use our links, as it does help me out a lot and it does help the channel grow as a result. So yeah, thanks once again for listening, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.